Bella's absolutely certain that she wants to spend forever with Edward, but there's just something about marriage that she's apprehensive about, and it comes from the way she was brought up, and also just there are a few beats right before the wedding actually occurs that really send her into the anxiety that she brings into the ceremony when she first starts walking down the aisle. There are a few looks from Edward that are just kind of unclear to her. Bella wants to obviously have the baby, and Edward's just terrified of it and thinks that it's going to destroy her, and thinks that she's ridiculous for thinking that she's strong enough to have a vampire baby, because he thinks it's just like, you know, Satan's spawn, because that's how he feels about himself.
So the wedding scene is kind of, it's just a relatively momentous moment for the series. I mean, it's been building up and building up and building up. I think Edward's proposed to her about 50 times by now. So it'd be quite nice. At least he doesn't have to propose anymore. Edward can't have a totally whole friendship with him, because Jacob doesn't want one, really, and Edward doesn't want one with him either in the first one. But they're kind of forced into almost living together, and eventually kind of bond, because they both really want the same thing for Bella. I mean, they both want it just to be okay, and they both think she's being crazy by making the decisions she's making. And Jacob is one of the people who wants to push Bella in the other direction just as much as Edward does. So they kind of bond over that.
Towards the beginning of the movie, he's still the same Jacob he always has been. He's jealous, he's still into Bella, and he's hot-headed. Throughout the movie, he matures a ton. It was awesome for me as an actor to, try and bring alive the old side of Jacob and now the new mature side. But as an audience, and even for me, to watch Jacob transform like this, it's cool, but it's weird, because, Jacob starts out the movie as this young teenager, liking this girl that he can't get, and throughout the whole movie, he splits from his pack. He realizes that this is not what's supposed to happen, and he has to become a man and, do the right thing. I think the most exciting thing they can expect from Breaking Dawn is seeing all of the characters in a different light. All of the characters change so much from the beginning of the movie to the end. And I think that's going to be really exciting to see.